Okay, the first thing we're going to do today to help you in the review process is to go ahead and partner up. We're going to do these exercises one at a time so that you're going, so that you can practice a little better what to recognize, what Chris is going to be looking for when you're tested next week on Thursday. So go ahead and choose a partner. You don't necessarily have to be right next to each other, but in the same area will be best. Does anybody not have a partner? Y'all want to, maybe one of you could move your mat to the other side? Or you could just share mats, either way. Okay, so we're going to go through each one of your exercises that will be on your test, and I'm going to kind of read off of your study sheet. Everyone should have one of these that you were emailed at the beginning of the semester. Trust me, I've taken this class before, really study this. If you know all this, you should be good. And we're going to start with a couple movement principles first. First, we're going to do the lateral breathing. And lateral breathing, you want to make sure that your lungs are filling up with air, horizontally going out. And as you exhale, your ribs are pushing down, and there's no air left to come out. So we're going to go ahead and do that on the floor. So whichever partner is not going first, you want to watch the partner who is going first. Make sure you can see their ribs moving out and in. You don't want their stomach to move as much. This is lateral breathing, so you're going out from the sides and the ribs. So if everyone can lay down on their mats and go ahead and try that. And you'll do the lateral breathing, inhale, exhale, 6 times. Yeah. The easiest way to feel this is to really engage your lower abs, but only breathing through your rib cage. Okay, if you haven't already, go ahead and change partners. Is everyone already all done? Okay, great. All right, next we're going to do our pelvic clock. Remember for this one, you are also laying down, hands are by your side. You're basically going to think of your pelvis as a clock. The 12 is going to be at the top, the 6 at the bottom, the 3 on the right, and the 6 on the left. You want to make sure to, the 9 on the left. You want to make sure to first engage the 12 by tilting your pelvis towards your belly button, and then opposite way to the right and to the left. If you place your hands on your hips, you can kind of feel the rotation. Your low back should be lifting off the floor in 12 o'clock and pressing into the floor on 6. So everybody go ahead and try that. You're going to do that a total of 3 times, engaging each one. Okay? So the first one, you're going to tilt that pelvis up so that you can really feel the 12 o'clock engaged, your upper abs.
Yeah.
You're like,
Well, like there's 2 types.
And when the first partner is done, go ahead and switch. And of course, if you have any questions, let me know.
But you're not supposed to move your knee.
Yeah, that's the thing, but I remember.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't think it's.
Next, we are going to go into bridging. If you remember this one, it is where you lift all the way up, hips go to the ceiling. So you're going to start out laying flat on your back. Your fingertips are going to reach towards your heels. You're first going to tuck your pelvis from the neutral position, rolling up one vertebrae at a time until you get to a nice line from your knee to your shoulder. And inhale, exhale, roll down again, top to bottom this time, and then returning back into neutral pelvis. And remember that neutral pelvis, you want your triangle of your hip bones and your pelvic bone to make a flat triangle to the ceiling, and your low back will have a small space between the floor. So you can go ahead and try that one now. Let me know if there's any questions. This one should be really slow. You're really trying to work through each vertebrae of the spine. So really have a sense of reach with those arms towards your heels. Shouldn't just be relaxed, have a nice reach. And make sure to tuck your pelvis first. And go ahead and switch partners. The partner who's observing, it's good to give the partner who's doing the exercise some advice or critiques. Good for you to notice them and good for them to know how to fix them. Okay. All right, next we're going to go to our pinwheel arms. So if partner one could go ahead and lay down on your mat on your side. You can actually have a ball under your head for this one and between your ankles as well, if you choose. And your pinwheel arm, you're going to go both ways, forward and backwards. You're going to start going up and circle all the way behind you, opening up that shoulder just a little bit so you can feel a nice stretch. And that was one. Go ahead and do that a total of 3 times. And after you're done, you can go ahead and reverse it. Every time you go to the back space, you can have a nice stretch in that shoulder and continue to go all the way through those rotations. Okay? So go ahead, partner one. You should inhale when your arm is going forward and exhale when your arm is back. Just make sure to keep the arm really straight. Don't have any bends in the elbows.
Fall asleep.
Okay, and when partner one is done, go ahead and switch. palm will be down. As you rotate backwards, it'll kind of come up and then back. Palm down when it's forward. Looks like everyone's finished up with that one. The next movement principle is your cat camel back. Remember, this one is the one where you fold and make a U shape with your back. So remember that your hands should be directly under your shoulders. Shouldn't be forward, you should be stacked right on top. Knees are also hip width, shoulder width apart. And you're going to start inhaling, tucking the pelvis first to go all the way into the cat back. And again, pelvis first to go into your camel. And inhale in the cat and exhale in the camel. Okay, so partner one, go ahead with that one. Make sure that your neck remains long and is in line with your spine for this one. Hands right under the shoulders, and make sure that your knees are hip width apart and be wider than not. Don't have your knees together. I'm going to really make sure to start with your pelvis. Head should follow because the rest of your body is
You start the hip.
Yes, inhale, you go down. Exhale, arch back. Okay.